guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I actually got sent these 3 items from Artdeco Cosmetics, the Most Wanted Brown palette, and has like all these neutral colors a lot of girls normally wear. You have like the really light ones, the warmer tones, and there's some glittery like shimmer shades. And some other ones that are matte. And then they also sent me the contouring, the Most Wanted to Go contouring palette. It also has a mirror just like the palette does, and you have the highlight, your blush, and your contour shade. So I'm really excited to try this as well. The formula seems very creamy, so I actually really like that feeling. This one doesn't seem chalky at all. The palette does seem a little chalky. Shadows are creamy, and then some of them are kind of chalky. So obviously this is what the tutorial is for. We're gonna see how well these do blend and how they apply. To give you guys my overall review, I am not gonna sit here and say yes, it's the bomb, you have to have it, because I'd rather be honest than to lie to all of my subscribers. So, and then they also sent me a contouring, like a contouring brush. It doesn't have a number, but it's just a contour brush, and it's like this, and the bristles seem very soft. So it doesn't feel hard or anything like that. So I have a really good feeling about this brush here. They also have like a skincare line they sent me. This is from Ciba Med USA. So they actually reached out to me first, and then they asked me to pick 3 items, and that's what I picked. I picked the eyeshadow, the blush, and the contouring brush. And then because they were going to send me these items. So this one's the moisturizing face cream, and it's for sensitive skin. I've been having a lot of redness on my cheeks, so that's why I like this stuff here. And then they've sent me a moisturizing body lotion. It says it naturally soothes and moisturizes, hypoallergenic and non-comedogenic. So that's really good. And same pH as healthy skin, 5.5. No parabens. So I'm really excited to try this body moisturizer. And then they also send me like a hand moisturizer and nail balm. So if you guys want or interested in any of these, you guys can get 20% off. I will link my code right here somewhere. You guys can add it to your cart if you guys are interested in trying a new moisturizer or any of this stuff. I did try the moisturizer last night, which felt really good. So I didn't feel oily. I didn't set in my skin very well. I actually woke up with my face still pretty moisturized, so I know that this baby does work. I haven't tried the rest of these, which I will try tonight, and I'll let you guys know how I feel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video. Alright guys, so I don't have no contour, no highlight, no blush, no nothing on my skin or on my eyes. I did put my foundation, I set it, concealer, my eyebrows, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in with the eyes, and we're going to use the Most Wanted Brown palette, and I'm going to go ahead and do a cut crease. The reason why I want to do a cut crease is because it takes a lot of blending. So I really want to see if this palette could pass a cut crease test. And if not, then I will obviously tell you guys my honest review and thoughts about this. Okay, so to start this cut crease, I'm gonna go in with this color. It doesn't have a name. What I noticed, you guys, with the palette is that it doesn't have any names. So none of these eyeshadows have names. I wish it had names, just because I can tell you guys what color I did use, and a lot of people want to know what color you used. So go ahead and start off with this color right here. It's a matte shade. It's right here. It's like a very light brown color, and I'm going to use a Ofra Cosmetics number 21 blending brush to apply that color. And what I'm experimenting right now is that I'm not getting a lot of pigment. I'm gonna go dip in my brush in once more time. So I noticed that once you go in the second time, it actually gives you a little bit of pigment, but not so much. So I know that transition colors are supposed to be super light, but they still give off like a little bit of color, and this one, I feel like it doesn't. Like, you have to go back in there again. You can't really see it. It's like very minimal color. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this color over here. It's a little bit darker than this color right here, so I'm gonna give this one a try and apply it to my crease. It gives a little bit more of a color. If you guys can see there, you can start to see the brown. So this one has a little bit more color than the other one. And it actually blends really nicely. Like, it doesn't look chalky on my eye at all. It just doesn't have like a lot of color. I'm getting a feeling that this palette's gonna be more for the girls that hardly wear any eyeshadow, that really wear like minimal eyeshadow. Which is not a bad thing. You know, this could be more for like the moms on the go that just want something really, really quick and fast. I'm gonna go in with this brown color right here. It's the darkest shade out of all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this color to cut my crease. So I am experimenting, you guys, a lot of fallout. Like, if you guys can see here, I mean, you guys probably can't see it, but I'm experimenting like a lot of fallout from the eyeshadows, or from this particular eyeshadow. I'm gonna grab a MAC 217 brush and grab some of that color and blend the crease out. It's very soft. So again, I think this is gonna be best for people who don't wear a lot of eyeshadow, but for a lot of us girls, makeup girls that beat our faces to the gods, this would probably not be a palette for us. It's very soft and it doesn't give a lot of pigment. Like, the pigment is there, but it's not the pigment that we as beauty girls are used to, if that makes any sense. But it's very pretty. It's a very pretty soft color. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Kylie, her first Kylie palette that everybody was talking about, saying that it didn't give a lot of pigment, like it was super soft. This is what it kind of reminds me of when people talk about that. Yeah, and obviously there's not like a darker color in there that I could go in and darken my crease up, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. But it's pretty, but it's not what I'm normally used to. I'm gonna go in with the primer, my favorite primer. It's by Urban Decay in the color Eden, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my crease on my lid area. So I already cut out my crease, as you guys can see here. Now I'm gonna go in with my MAC 233 flat brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this really pretty, like, glittery eyeshadow. It's kind of like a nude mixed with like glitter. It's really pretty. I wish it had a name, but it doesn't have a name. I'm sorry. Ooh, this color is actually really pretty. This color is really pretty, guys. I wish I knew what name this one, but this one's really pretty. Hey guys, I actually really like this color the most. It's very pretty, like very soft, but very, very pretty. I'm gonna go back in here, you guys, and I'm gonna darken up my crease more with that same color in my MAC 217. I don't know, I feel like it's not blending right. I feel like the reason why it's not blending so right is because there's not enough pigment. I'm gonna go in with the wing and see how that makes it look. So now I'm going to take that same brown color, you guys, and I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and use the highlighting color. Since I already put my concealer, I'm going to use this to highlight. I'm using a Morphe M438 brush to apply that. It's really pretty, but I wonder if this is a highlight to like give you highlight, or to highlight, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm not using it right. If it's a highlight, like to highlight or to like set your concealer, I don't know. And I can see like a lot of particles, like once I like brush it onto my skin, there's a lot of particles flying everywhere. For blush, I'm gonna go in with this color, the one that's in the palette, the blush color. It doesn't have a name, so woo! That one has a lot of fallout. Oh, it's a pretty blush. This is actually really pretty. Contouring brush that they sent me. Let's see how it works. So I'm going to just tap it in like that. I don't think this color is, I feel like this color is going to make me look more orange, you know? It feels good on my skin. It doesn't feel weird. I am noticing though that it's making my contour look orange as I predicted. So I don't think I'll be using this color to contour. Alright you guys, well this is the final look using the Artdeco Cosmetics, and I personally feel like I like the contour palette more than I do the eyeshadow palette. Here's why. You guys saw me working with the eyeshadows and all this good stuff. I feel like the eyeshadows don't have a lot of pigment. I feel like it's very, very soft for my liking. I am a makeup artist, and when I do clients, like I want that pigment, like I want that strong pigment whenever I do someone's eyes. I don't want to constantly go back into my palette, especially if I'm in a hurry. I want that instant pigment like right away. Unless I'm doing a bride or the mother of the bride who wants very, very minimal eyeshadow, then this would be a great palette for that. Or for anybody who doesn't really rock a lot of eyeshadow and you want something that's going to be super fast but very light pigment, then I would highly recommend this palette for you because it's very soft. Like you have to build it. I mean, I'm very thankful that they did send it to me and I was able to play with it. It's not a bad palette, it's just maybe just not for me. But overall though, it's a very, very pretty palette. I love the contouring palette. I just didn't like the contour shade. I love the blush and the highlight color. Those two were like my favorite from the palette. The contour made me look orange, and I don't like contour shades that are orange. I normally go for contour shades that have more of a gray hint to it, so it looks more natural. This is gonna make me look more orange. This would be really great for someone who's maybe even darker than me. So I really enjoyed this palette. I love the highlighting color, even though I don't know if it was meant to highlight or to set like my my concealer, you know? But either way though, it's very, very pretty. I feel like for a highlight, it would be way too sheer, and it does not have like that wow highlight. Like some girls like that intense highlight. This is not gonna give you that intense highlight. I love their contour brush. I can seriously tell that this is gonna be a very great contouring brush. So I'm gonna try it with my other products and see how I like it. Honestly, give the palette, I would say like a 6. Because it's not, the colors are really pretty, but yet again, it's probably not for me. Just like I mentioned before, it'd probably be for those girls that don't wear a lot of makeup, eye makeup, so this would be a great palette for them. And this one I love, so I love this. This one I definitely give it like an 8, just because of that contouring shade, but I love the way that highlight applies to my skin and the blush. And this, obviously a 10. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. Just giving you guys my thoughts and reviews of Artdeco Cosmetics. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. I love you. Bye!